In at the point guard. Tremendous stuff from a guy Clark we think more of for his passing.
Yeah, but he's got tremendous leaping ability and a surplus supply, too.
Well, that's a great aggressive move and 2 big points, too.
Al Horford impeding the defense there with the solid screen.
And about a minute gone here in the first quarter. And Wall kicks to Nene. Gortat inside. Al Horford with the rebound for Atlanta. They've gone 2 of 3 here to start off the game. It's astonishing to see a player, Clark, at his position who can get to the rim like that.
Yeah, he goes very vertical on you, Kevin.
And once he's up there, you know he's going to throw it down hard.
Wall's shot is off. And for Atlanta, they come in off a good outing against the Pacers in Indiana.
You know, their percentage from long range that game was off the charts. Seemed like every time the home crowd got going, they just took the wind out of their sails with another 3-point barrage.
Yeah, those bombs were really falling.
And Nene with the stuff. None of the defenders wanted anything Clark to do with him on that jam.
And I do not blame him at all, partner. He was coming in with a bunch of steam and was ready to posterize whoever decided to get in his way.
All right, I understand, fellas, but come on, you've got to challenge him a little bit at least.
He's been one of their more reliable options today, guys. I mean, his shooting has led them to this lead.
All with it. He had a 24-point outing in their last game against Boston. Feeds it to Nene. Back to Wall. And the layup's good off the glass. Wall's got his second bucket tonight.
Looks like he might be on his game today, Clark.
Rowe covered by Wall. Millsap a screen. Here's Rowe. And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there.
And it's some off-the-court news. He's finishing up details for his own signature shoe, from what I hear. It's been quite the journey for him, and wow, what a great moment that must have been.
Everything that he's gone through to get where he is today, it really is just a culmination of a lot of hard work. This is a bonus. He's now officially made it as an NBA star.
And that's good as he hits both of his shots. First quarter of basketball, just over 2.5 minutes played. And Wall. Here we go now. Atlanta with the rebound.
Some rugged defense there against one of the stronger finishers in the game.
Fires for 3, and he nails it. The 3-pointer falls from Rowe. D's got 13.
A good open look, and he splashes home the 3.
Wall passes to Porter. Nice ball movement by Washington. Launches it, and Wall gets it to go in on the assist by Nene. That's 7 points for Wall. Atlanta leading by 4. Let's find out what Doris Burke has for us.
Kevin, the Wizards head coach had a couple of moments for me. He talked about the impact that Al Horford can have on a game and how they'll have their work cut out for them dealing with him. He said Horford's just a complete ball player. He does all the things you want from a big man. He can shoot, handle, and pass. He's always a tough matchup, but it starts with matching his energy level. Kevin, we'll see if they have what it takes.
Thanks, Doris. Here's Bazemore, and he takes a fantastic lead pass up strong for the slam.
I'd say that shot was well within his range.
You think so? I mean, I was pretty good from 2 feet and in myself. That's a gimme there.
Wall, that's good.
His shooting has been so good today, he may have to take it upon himself to try to get his club out of this hole.
And another hit. Shot made once more from Rowe. D's got 17 now. Wizards trail by 8. Beal dishes to Gortat, and the basket good.
Not a really great start for him as he just isn't shooting the ball that effectively here early on.
And let's take a moment, guys, to get your take on the scoring so far for the Hawks.
And the points they're getting in the lane will really help them open up the floor.
You know, we've seen them bearing their fair share of mid-range jumpers tonight, too. I mean, that's a good start for them. They've worked hard and created great chances for themselves in this opening quarter.
Well, if they can match that effort at the defensive end, look out.
And Beal kicks to Nene. Out of bounds, Atlanta takes possession.
Well, I had a chance to check out some stats for John Wall. Some tremendous numbers for him over the last 10 games. He's putting up 22 points per night, 7 assists, and just over 2 steals. And when you think about the sorts of plays he makes on the ball, defending, using those quick hands to take the ball away, generating offense in transition, I think it's one of the key ways he injects his presence on the floor.
Yeah, I mean, when you look at the game summary and he's right there with 2, 3, maybe 4 steals, usually that counts for several buckets on the other end with 3 possessions leading to hoops.
Just 5 on the clock. From 13 feet, it goes down. Wall's got 11 points.
The entire defense was frozen-footed. Nobody picked up the shooter, Kevin.
Listen, guys, I want to slow the tempo up a little bit. Let's walk the ball up the floor. Let's make sure we get the ball from one side of the floor to the other side of the floor. 3, 4 passes before you even look to shoot. For us,
there's a break in the action. So a rundown now. The most reliable power forwards and centers over the past month when it comes to shooting the basketball. Al Horford on top. Second, Paul Millsap. Atlanta leading by 5. This is to Bazemore. Here is Korver. He hasn't scored yet. That, I'm sure, will change. Horford the pass to Rowe. Clock at 6. Beal on the double team. Out of bounds. Washington takes possession.
Kevin, let's look at where the Hawks stand in the NBA rankings right now. Tops in scoring. First in assists. And they're also number 1 in shooting percentage. This is a team that prides itself on taking high-quality shots.
And the points that they're scoring per game that you talked about is really a result of great offensive execution. And this is a club that works well together. They get great looks, and they'll also score in transition.
Talk about complete control. Everything working in this one for D. He's already got 19 points, and he's put 1 3-pointer on the board.
Yeah, he's got to take his time behind the arc.
Oh, with that last huddle, you could see the coach is addressing how they were going to make a tactical adjustment.
And after the coach does something like that, it's on the players now to lock in and follow the lead and execute. If they don't, then the coach will put them on the pine.
And the Wizards making a change here. That one falls, so he hits both of them. Wizards trail by 7. Wall dishes to Johnson. Long, guarded by Horford. Passes it to Long. Clock at 6. And that one hits back iron.
He's one guy the defense is not afraid to leave open from that range, and for obvious reasons.
Here's Millsap. He's looking for Horford and finds him. And that one's good. Horford's got his first 2 points of the night.
They're forcing the ball inside, and it's working beautifully.
Yeah, the defense has been futile here. 5 of the last 6 field goals in the lane.
And he gets it to go.
The points just keep coming for him this quarter, and just at the right time, too, as they try to narrow the deficit.
Pass to Bazemore. Off target there. That would have pushed the lead to double digits. And Beal kicks to Porter. Now the feed to Wall. The Wizards working the ball around now. Long passes to Porter. With his first shot attempt, goes back up. Can't get it to go. And Atlanta will go the other way with it. They went to Washington for their last meeting with the Wizards, and they came out with the win.
Yeah, it was an easy win, and mainly because they completely dominated the paint. The rebounding totals were really astounding.
Johnson over to help. Here's Bazemore. Hits the jumper in space. Bazemore's got his second basket of the night.
Boy, he's looked great so far. Offensively, looks like he's brought his A game.
Outside, Wall. And he banks in the layup, John.
Well, we've seen that more than a few times. An easy bucket in the lane.
Yeah, the interior defense simply has been lifeless.
Guys, we know where the ball needs to go. We got to get the ball to our best player. They don't have a guy on their team that can stop him, and he can create.
And the Hawks will go for a different look here. Payne, he's checked in for Horford. Mike Scott comes in for Paul Millsap. Thabo Sefolosha has checked in for Kent Bazemore. And it's Teagan for Kyle Korver. The Wizards also changing it up. Martell Webster, he's checked in for Otto Porter Jr. And Rice Jr. comes in for Bradley Beal. And it's Vasquez in for John Wall. Wizards trail by 10. Right wing for the three. Rice, no good.
Nice early advantage for them on the glass, guys.
You know, part of rebounding well early is just going after the ball and boxing out. I mean, establishing that tone so that you can maintain it later in the game.
I couldn't have dreamt of a much better start than what they've had here today.
Everything's worked, especially offensively, and what a lead they have already to show for it.
And the Wizards with possession after the basket by Atlanta. Here's Long. It's rebounded by Rowe. D's got 4 rebounds in this game. Here's Teague. A good finish at the rack off the slick feed.
You know, there's no better sign of how efficiently a team is operating than their assist numbers. And theirs are fantastic.
It's just beautiful basketball to watch, Clark.
Now here's Vasquez. 8 points his last outing. The pass to Rice. No good again that time. The Hawks leading by 14. Rowe, he's guarded by Johnson. Scott, good.
Those defenders look like they're out of gas. I mean, they're getting pushed around on the low block.
Well, their energy is lacking. They've got to start playing harder and battle down in the paint.
We'll get a chance to check out the seeding out east. 4 games left on the schedule here. You look at Atlanta. What a run they've had this year. In first place and charging seemingly at will toward the postseason. These guys have been outstanding. And, of course, the Washington Wizards. Not in the same realm right now. Record.
Well, right now for the Wizards, they've really struggled much the same way they did a year ago. It just hasn't gotten much better for them.
Clark, for me, they didn't show a whole lot of fight when the tide turned against them. And that's what the NBA is all about. It's about getting off the mat because adversity is... Oh, ridiculous.
Tore it down that time.
And the early lead just keeps on growing. Another basket.
And the way they've done it is with an extremely potent inside attack.
There's 38 seconds left to play in the first. Johnson's shot is off. The Hawks leading by 18. Here's Rowe. Another 3 for Atlanta.
You know, he's showing some kind of a killer instinct this quarter, trying to stretch this lead out.
Washington's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. And here's Vasquez. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. He dishes it to Webster. No good, and they can't put an end to this drought. Here's Rowe, and it's good, but hold on. The officials may want to look at that one on the replay monitor. And it looks like they are going to review the play. The question, did he get the basket off in time?
And a good job by the officials getting together and going to the replay. I mean, remember how frustrating it was before the rule was implemented to see a replay of an easily correctable call?
Yeah, I think the straw that finally broke the camel's back, Clark, was in the 2002 Western Conference Finals. Remember the Lakers beat the Kings by 1 point in that critical Game 4, and that came after